Welcome to On Task with Robert Donovan. Today we're going to talk about some Dom 360 results. And specifically, we're talking about Atlanta, the good old ATL, Hot Atlanta, chicken and waffles, the melting pot, all kinds of good stuff. I don't know what else to say about Atlanta other than I love going to Atlanta, but I hate driving in Atlanta like any other city. For those of you that don't know, you got a window between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. to get wherever you need to go. Otherwise, you're on the MARTA, the public transportation system, the subway, railway, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, we're here to talk about cars. And that's what we do here, is we help our dealers sell cars. And I can't believe that we have a trifecta going on right now. I mean, these results are off the boards for 3 separate dealers in the ATL market. Now, everybody knows, and if you don't know, you're learning for the first time, Dom 360 practices exclusivity by brand, okay? That means that we will take one of each brand in a market, and we are upfront with our clients on that, and it makes it a competitive advantage for them. And it's really exciting because as soon as we get a client a couple months in, usually the competition calls, and that just validates our offering, and we kindly tell them that we already have a client in the marketplace and we can't take you. So with that said, let's jump right into some of these results. The first one I really want to talk about here is Hyundai of Kennesaw, okay? This dealership went through a buy-sell about 2 years ago and was at the bottom of the heap. They were at the bottom of their district. They were not doing well, okay? And I'm proud to say that they're all the way at the top, all right? These guys came in number 1. They did really good in the month of June, and we're just excited to have them and be part of everything. A big piece in that one was really just going through and identifying those big rocks, those big things that have to happen, right? So we put things into buckets, whether it's a big problem, a medium-sized problem, or a small problem. Sometimes I say problem, it's not even really a problem, it's just an area of opportunity. And what we do is we fix those things, and then once we fix the bigger things, we go on to the medium-sized things and then the smaller things. We have just now gotten to that point, like 24 months in, where, you know, it takes a village. It's not just us, it's the dealership, and we just have to keep grinding away at that, and they're reaping the rewards of this now. So we're really excited and proud of this effort, and it's not really us, okay? At the end of the day, all we do is, you know, we're like a base camp to the marketing side. There's many other facets to that dealership. We just make sure that everything's in place, all right? And they're getting a steady flow of customers, of service customers, and they're making as much money as they can. And really, it's not just about, you know, how much money or how many units, okay? We're looking at CSI. I mean, on all accounts, this dealership is running on all cylinders, and we're really excited to be part of their team. Hyundai coming, fantastic results, really great. Next store is a Ford store. Now, this store is unique in that they did not have our DMS integration, okay? So I think the big success story here with this is 50% increase in store visits here based off of just changing and getting this first-party data that we so crucially need to make sure that we can fulfill all of those paid search efforts that we need to do, and just increased everything, increased click-through rates, increased time on site. I mean, this dealership is just headed in a fantastic direction for number 1 being Ford, number 1 being in a big metro, number 1 being light on inventory. You know, we're doing our best with new units. You know, we're doing fantastic with used. And again, this is where that first-party data coming out of the DMS, you know, it just makes the campaigns that much more powerful. Side note to all that, you know, all these companies that dabbled with, you know, selling and buying, selling, trading, you know, cookies, that was never something that we did, okay? And I can, you know, sleep easy at night knowing that we never participated in those games. And we're real excited about the new regulations that are coming to protect everybody in that regard. You know, protect the consumer, protect the dealer, protect everybody really, even the marketing company. Krause Family Ford, fantastic results. Another ATL exclusive here. Great, you know, to see so many good results coming out of a similar market. It tells me that the market is healthy. Sometimes markets are not healthy. Sometimes there was a major layoff at a major corporation. We saw that way back in the day in Rochester, New York, when Kodak was in decline. Sometimes we see the exact opposite. You know, an Amazon fulfillment facility comes in and they hire, you know, a couple thousand people or whatever. That's where the market would swing up. But for all intents and purposes, you know, in all of the trouble that Atlanta has had, you know, going through COVID, going through all of the trials and tribulations, you know, surrounding all of that and everything, it just seems like Atlanta is back on track. You know, you go there, it's working, it's a machine. ATL, biggest airport in the world, it just runs. It's the only airport I like to fly through. Last one is really interesting to me because Cherokee Toyota, another longtime client, I think these guys have been a client for probably 10 years. They're number one in the district as percentage of objective. They've beat all the big boys, and that's really exciting to me that we have a store that is not necessarily in the center of that metro, okay? Cherokee is kind of on the northern outskirts. You know, some people wouldn't even consider it, you know, to be part of the Atlanta metro, I think. They've just done a fantastic job. They have a proven process. You know, they're selling all the cars. They're really focused in on service. They're just doing all the things right. And it's real exciting to see that. Sometimes when you have a client for a long time, you know, either the client can get lackadaisical, the agency can get lackadaisical. This is a beautiful example of neither of us do that. We both are pushing the envelope for the greater good of not just the company, the dealership, the advertising industry, but really the customer. We're always trying to improve that customer experience. I mean, this is a very progressive dealer group. They have a couple other stores that we do for them too, and they just give that autonomy to the general managers to make the decisions that they need to make on the ground, okay, for their business. There's not this bureaucratic layer that they have to get through or anything like that. They give that autonomy, and it's great. The results are there, so hats off to them as well. I'd like to segue here into a new announcement here. We have a brand new product that we are affiliated with. It's called Got Dibs. Got Dibs is not only a reservation system for existing inventory, it's a reservation system that is integrated with credit card processing. I don't know if anybody has heard about some of these lawsuits around the country, predatory attorneys going after dealerships for not being compliant with credit card processing transactions. We've been fortunate enough to have a scarce market. So when scarcity is in play, we've seen everything from salespeople creating credit card forms where they have, you know, the credit card number, expiration date, CVV number, all that stuff. And that, you know, that is a recipe for disaster. We've seen cashiers that have these elaborate Excel sheets with all the customer information, credit card data. This is a no-no, okay? Got Dibs is an end-to-end encrypted piece of technology. It shows up on your website, on the SRP and the VDP, as a button, and we have a button gallery for you to choose from. So it's anything from make a partial payment to reserve now. There's many different buttons to choose from. And at that moment in time, you can actually put in your credit card deposit as a customer and secure that car for a certain time period. So as a dealer, you get to choose how much that credit card deposit is and for how long you want to take that deposit. Now, we have clients up and running on an alpha version of this program. We're about to go into beta. Okay, so we're looking for about 50 dealers to go into beta, okay? And this is something that we can get in the system today and we could have you live and running on your website tomorrow, okay? This is very easy integration where we have a certification with Cox Automotive to go ahead and run this through their API, so there's no having to go back and forth with a ticketing system or anything. We have a close relationship with the other website providers such as Dealer Inspire, Dealer On. So this is real exciting for us to be able to offer this to our dealers at this moment in time. It's definitely something that has been very well received by the dealer body. Once they understand it, once they see it, the cost for this is next to nothing. We're looking at $499 a month. That is not a lot of money at the end of the day, okay? This is not, I repeat, this is not digital retailing, okay? We are not trying to make the process harder. We are not trying to get customers to tell us what they want and fill out a credit app and then maybe once we get all that, take a deposit. This is front and center, hard deposit lead in your inbox when you get in the morning, okay? So very interesting, very new, very progressive, okay? We're looking for some progressive dealers, okay, as we go outside of alpha, okay, and into our next stage of rolling this product out into the beta stage, okay? Very exciting for all of us. We look forward to showing you that. Please call your account rep. If you don't have an account rep, call Dom360 and we'll get somebody to show you the product. That's it for this results cast. My name's Robert Donovan, CEO and founder of Dom360. Have a great week.